afternoon, and everybody on the West Coast, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. And everybody else in between this great big beautiful country of ours, how the hell you do? What do you know? What do you say? What's up? What's happening? Oh man, my whole thing here. I didn't even comb my hair, man. This is so screwed up. I came down here early. You won't believe this. I got a studio thing on here, software. And I did an update on it, and it just fouled everything up. Oh, well, maybe that's what the problem is. I don't freaking know. Anyway, I can't get the thing to go where I want it to go. It's just, let's just try that. Okay. And let's try this. Okay. No. Get over. No. Okay. So anyway. Oh, what a mess. So, hey, here's what we got to do today. You can't have a war when you have a liar. You can't. No matter what you try, you just can't. Why is there not enough room here? What's going on here with this? Is there not enough room? Why did they do this? Anyway, and that's what's been happening. Trump has been lying his ass off, talking about there's talks going on and everything else, and Iran saying, whoa, wait a minute, you ain't talking to us. You ain't talking to us. And I knew the minute he went in with Bibi and Israel, this was the end of it, man. We're never going to get out of this. Because what's going to happen is the minute he called peace ceasefire, Israel hasn't ceased-fired. And Iran is just hitting, Israel, Tel Aviv, and all that. And I hate to say it, but, karma is a bitch. You go and do that shit to Gaza, and then you go pick on some big boys, and you get your ass handed to you after your Golden Dome runs out of ammunition. And that's exactly what that dome is about. That dome is anti-aircraft missile protection, where you send up a whole bunch of shit there and hope something hits it. So, and they just, they're pretty low on that ammo, and they can't do anything to protect themselves, and the ones that get through just frickin' hit stuff. So there you have it. And those drones, they don't fly really, 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 really fast. And I'm thinking if you catch a drone right at the right angle in the sky, you could probably shoot it down with a gun. Hit it, keep shooting your gun at it. Lead it so it runs into your bullets. Hey, anything's possible. 50 cal. Probably do it. Remember them guns they used to have? Well, they probably still have. I don't know if they still have them on ships or not. Those guns, you saw them in movies. You saw, if you watched any Navy war movies, them guns go boom, 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 boom. Shooting shit in the air. Yeah. Maybe that's what that Golden Dome shit is. That's what it is. I don't know. Took it right off his shit and put it on land. How about that? I go blow my nose. Sorry, folks. Oh, jeez, oh man. So I think there you go. I think I got all this posted up here. Let me see. I'm at home. Let's see what's at home. And I got to worry about this shit later. I got the sources put back, but I can't get the scenes to go back alongside the sources because this section here does not allow me to do that. And I can't do that there. If I do that, I ain't going to touch that. Oh, no. So, I have, the audio mixer field is just like way too big. Way too big. Anyway. Okay, yeah, okay, well, no. Yeah, I can pin that to the top, right? Pin the profile. Confirm. So, I got this, it's really crazy. I got this post that somebody posted to me. They tagged me. I don't know how true it is. It says, please, Elon wants to talk to you privately. Like, this is like after I brought up something with Trump and, the bashing that I do. And I'm like, what do I do? Do I click on this or not? Because he had a link to wherever the hell it was. I'm like, nah, I'm not, he could find me if he wants to find me. I'm not gonna click on that shit, I'm not stupid. But I wonder what he wanted. If it was him, what the hell do you want? What do you want, dude? Tell me what you want. Oh, boy. So what are we doing here? Is this up today? No. Let's see what we can do with this. Here we go. Pin to your profile. So, hey, I'm on a couple things. Blue Sky, Twitter, YouTube Live. You know what? Blue Sky is like, it's dying. I think it's, I don't know if it is or not, but it seems like it. It's like other people too have the same problem. It's like the what the hell is this? Oh well, let's go. Yeah, we're back. Anyway, yeah, I mean, like, you got to have thousands and thousands of followers, it seems like, to get anywhere. Because the majority of the people, like 90% of the people, are reposting posts that have been reposted. How did make that make sense? I don't understand it. Blue Sky needs to get their act together and start letting people, be seen. I get so much interaction on Threads. So much interaction on Threads. Radio people, too. I mean, hey, yeah, how about you, Canada, Ukraine, United Kingdom? How you doing, man? You people in the United States, you're here. So, I'm doing pretty good on the radio. I mean, like, shit. I can't complain. YouTube never did catch on. You need like 1 million followers and shit. Or 1 million views or something stupid like that. Anyway, but I'm doing this more for me. So, that's the name of that. So anyway, let's get back to Trump lying. Ain't it the way it is? Oh, another thing funny. I don't know if I mentioned this last time or not, Monday. About people MAGA getting triggered because I put shoes that don't fit on his cronies that Trump gave him. You got to try it. You got to have these shoes, And none of them fit. They're all too big. They clump it around. So Marco Rubio looks like a kid walking around in his dad's shoes. That's what he looks like. Not one of them, like, like said, no, screw you. I ain't wearing these things, No. Oh, no. They're so worried about keeping their phony baloney jobs. So, more news. Christina made that video with her riding the range with all that shit, and they showed it on today on The View. It cost almost $300,000 to just do that commercial. $300,000 just to do that commercial. Guess what? It took $3,000. Wait a minute, what did I say? No, almost $300,000. It took $3,000 just to do her freaking makeup. Believe me, she needs it. But she must have had a real bad acne problem when she was growing up as a teenager. Because her face is all chewed up, and I feel bad for people that have that. My dad was like that. And it was like, it freaked me out because the first time I seen any of my dad's medical records when I was younger was like complexion, ruddy. So his complexion was ruddy. So I had a bad acne problem too, but like it seemed, I don't know. I was just naturally ugly. So there's that. It's naturally ugly. Everything's falling apart on me, man. I can't believe this shit. Look at this crap. Oh my God, my back, my shirt. I got to do something about these clothes that just come out all, and you put them dry and all that shit, and you put it on one time. And they're just all freaking raggedy. Well, lady's coming today instead of Monday, so that's... I have to talk to her about that. Great helper. Where am I at? I don't want to be on here. I'll be on... So, oh, did you? Okay. Biscuits and gravy. Great lady. And this is on Threads. For those who stayed home and didn't vote, for those who voted for the orange stain, you know who that is. The chaos going on in our airports is on y'all. It's on y'all, man. It's on y'all because dismantling the TSA was part of Project 2025. And she's saying Happy Wednesday. What's good else? All right, there you go. Tammy Hill Rosenfeld. And it's Tammy Rosenfeld 0101, okay? Hiring a man with 6 bankruptcies under his belt to fix our economy and get us out of debt is the equivalent of appointing an arsonist as the fire chief. Exactly. Exactly right. Exactly right. Oh my gosh. What's going on now? Mm-hmm. Okay, so anyway. Allie _ said _ it and that's Allie Stein, Stein. She posted from headquarters newsroom, waiting for Mike Johnson to say he actually hasn't even heard of the TSA. Oh, Mr. Sergeant Schultz there. Reporter, Trump shot down the TSA funding plan yesterday. Johnson, well, that's what been reported. Reporter, he said that in the Oval Office. And Cindy Padula, Cobble, C-O-B-L-E. It's Cinda 316. How does he live with himself? Chelsea Adams, I_am changing. I haven't, have y'all? Who could say honestly they have never had a DUI? I'll wait. Wow. Probably a lot. I would think. That's kind of... No. Years and years and years ago, I had two. I didn't even get to go to... Oh, what a story that is. Let me tell you, folks. I want to tell you. My second marriage broke up, so I had to go move into the... within the city limits. Put it that way. And I had a drinking problem. So... It's cold January night and the snow started falling. I'm in a bar getting all tanked up. By the time I go outside, there's over 4 inches of snow. The roads are shit. And so I get in my car and I get out on the route. The route, it's 2 lanes. No medium. Just cross over 2 lanes of the other people's and get in your lanes. I get in there and I get over and I get about 20 feet down the road, and the lights are flashing. God, so I got all the way to the bottom of the hill, I got to be careful. It's bad. The roads are bad. Get pulled over in this rental place, and their car parked, and I got busted for DUI. So that was that. I called my lawyer to come and get me. He was none too happy because this was like freaking after midnight. And he had a long day. So you can imagine. And he picked me up. He took me and back to my apartment. Set my ass down. Said, Chuck, I'll talk to you later. You really don't have a lot to worry about. It's your first time. You'll probably go to ARD and program for, and it'll be the end of it. You might get 2 days. I don't know. So, anyway. Since I am in the city proper, the court system is slow. I mean, slow. All right? So, well, it was not only the city proper, but it was also county. I changed county, okay? Because I was any other county who just out of city proper, So anyway, Easter comes along, and I didn't even go to my first hearing yet, because it's slow. Real slow. And I'm going to see my son. And for Easter. But I decided to get tanked the night before. And I figure I'll straighten my ass up. I'll just have a couple beers before I go see him. So guess what? I get almost there, not even 2 miles away. And I'm going one way, and the the policeman is facing the opposite direction at a red light. And I didn't have an inspection sticker on my windshield. I scraped it off because it had expired. And I put a thing up there to like try to fake it out if anybody saw it. And it worked usually when you're driving because people don't, police, they're not, But a red light and they're looking right at me? No. So I get pulled over and I'm rolling down the window. Officer comes over. He said, I pulled you over for your no inspection. But I smell alcohol. I need you to get out of the car. Oh, dear. Yep. So I do the whole thing with the whatchamacallit and everything else. Now it's hot out. It's hot out, and I'm starting to feel a buzz. I wasn't until I got out and started doing those things. He said, come on, take you down, do a breathalyzer. So they took me to the station. Ugh. And since my car wasn't inspected, it was on the side of the highway, they towed it. They had to tow it away. If I would have went, and it was right, I was so stupid because it was right at the edge of an exit where I pulled over. I just passed. If I would have taken that exit, at the very top of that exit was a big car park. There was an abandoned building, but there was a lot there. I could have parked. Nobody would have taken my car. But no. So anyway, I go down and do the breathalyzer, and then they transfer me to a small city that was away, but it was in the same county, but away from where my son is. And I didn't have anybody pick me up, so I had to call my mom. I had to call my mom. And needless to say, she was none too happy either. So anyway, she came and got me, and I got home to her house because that's where she took me, and I convinced her to let me use the car. By then, this took hours, so by then it was late afternoon, almost getting on evening, and it's freaking the weekend of Easter, and I haven't seen my son yet. So she let me take her car and go over to see him. And that's what I did. So that Monday after Easter, I called my lawyer. I almost choked. I called my lawyer and said, I got arrested again for DUI. He said, what do you mean? We got to have that first hearing yet. I'm like, no, I got arrested again. He said, Chuck, I could have helped you with one, he says, but you're screwed. He said, you're screwed. He says, my lawyer was a friend of the family. And most of what he was doing for me was as a friend of the family. And he just came flat out. He says, look, I try to help you out there, but I can't. You can't afford me. You need to find a lawyer. He said, I'll go with you to the first one, but that's it. And then, okay, so this is a long story, isn't it? So anyway, finally get to go to my first hearing. And it was at a little magistrate's office or whatever. And I called Blaine. I said, hey, Blaine, you gonna come over here? And he said, no, you don't need to. Just wave it up to court since you got 2 DUIs. And that's what I had to do. I had to wave it up to court. I got released on my own recognizance. Oh, God. What a pain. What a pain. So then I got my lawyer that, that's a whole different story. I wasted all this time talking about that, but it's funny, you got to watch yourself, Yeah, anyway. So where are we at now? You can't, I don't know. Here we go. Journalist _Mir _Irfan. Mir Irfan. Tel Aviv brutalized overnight. This is what Israelis woke up to on Tuesday morning. And it's breaking news. And they're showing all kind of buildings like, boom, destroyed. So, Linda Lamb-Foster, Linda Lou, 67, says that I'm still on Threads. Dear Israel, the rest of the world has not and will not forget what you have done. This is what we call karma. Enjoy reaping what you have sown. Free Palestine from the river to the sea. There you go. Sorry, man. You can't feel bad for these people. That, it was terrible what happened when they got attacked. That was just totally uncalled for by Hamas. But what they did after that, and how much they did after that, is what turned people against them. And you can't help it. For all the suffering and pain that they put them people through. And what surprised me the most, I don't have much time, but I'm going to say this. What surprised me the most about this with Israel, they have all these special forces and intelligence and stuff like that. They didn't have to go in there guns blazing and blowing everything up and destroying absolutely everything. They could have gone in there with a few guys at a time and just took care of the business, Took care of the leaders, took care of the captains, took care of, just decimated Hamas without killing all these people in these hospitals and all this terrible shit. So, and, people say, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Hey, I'm as good as Trump right now. I'm as good as Trump right now. Because he don't know shit. So, take that with a grain of salt. Oh, boy, no. Okay, so anyway. What else is going? Battle-scarred maiden. Battle-scarred _ maiden 16. News are outdated. Send me a video of you reading out loud so I know you're not dumb. There you go. She said, I'll wait. And that's it. That's my time. I'm going to say goodbye to these people. I'm going to say goodbye to you. I had a good time. I'll see you Monday, right? Something like that. Anyway, I don't know how I would say it. Oh, I'm going to do these podcast shit, And maybe start doing some clips out of this stuff. So let's just go ahead and say goodbye to these people. I'm going to say goodbye to you, right? Oh, man. I did a lot of talking, didn't I? Yeah, he's going to screw it up. Oh, boy. Let's see here. Okay, goodbye there. Goodbye. Disconnect. And where are you guys at? Oh, where are you at? Oh, my God. Let me see, do this.